folks, greetings from the allotment. I've not been around for a few days. It's because I've been very busy. We've actually had the meeting to do with the carers project, the community gardens, and we've got the land. Isn't that great? So yeah, it's all a matter of sorting things out now. We need to just find a treasurer for our committee. Once we've got that sorted, then we can pass the constitution, forward that on to the chap at the council, and he'll then get the lease agreement sorted out for us. But he's told us that we've got the plot. So yeah, so that's all go. The meeting was far better than we expected. We've ended up getting it's going to put a fence around. I think it's I've forgotten what the terminology is. The posts and the boards across. So okay, it's not going to be secure, but it's going to be a boundary, and then we can work on that, take it further, whatever, as time progresses. Put some chicken wire fencing up, stop the rabbits and what have you. So yeah, it's all go. I'll let Nigel perhaps discuss a bit more, because I'm going to his in about half an hour. He'll probably be able to say a bit more about that. The other thing what's happening, I've just been on a 2-day course, induction course with the Master Gardeners, and yeah, quite an eye-opener that was. A lot of the questions what I have been playing on my mind for a long time and got answered. I had serious doubts about organic growing, and how you could be organic growing in the open, not under a cover. But basically what is tried to explain is that you're never going to be completely free of chemicals, and the chemicals that are flying in the air and coming down in the rain is just something you have to live with. I think my interpretation of organic was too precise, and I think I got that from some people who are very, what would be the word, kind of fanatical about it. You know, they were, everything had to be spot on. So that's basically rubbed off on me, and I got the wrong impression. But I have a better understanding now of what's allowed, what's not allowed, and basically I think the project what we're going to have, the community gardens, is probably going to be pretty. We're not going to class it. We're not going to, because you're not allowed to anyway sell your stuff as organic until it's past all these soil things. So I'm not going to bother with any of that side, but I'm going to be aiming to be organic thinking on that, let's put it that way. So as much as possible, it's going to be along those lines. So yeah, it was quite an interesting couple of days. First day I wasn't too impressed, because I'm not particularly interested in exotic vegetables and herbs and what have you, and I don't think it really applies to those of us out in the countryside. People in towns have got a ready supply, they can get hold of these things easy, but a lot of people in the countryside, especially people like carers who are limited with time, are not likely to be able to go and traipsing around the city centre looking for places that sell these products and seeds and what have you. So yeah, that didn't really interest me. I did get a bit worried after the first day as well, because I had my concerns about I didn't realise that this Master Gardener's emphasis was on vegetables and fruit and flowers for companion planting, but it's not their particular scene to encourage flowers, as in on their own. So fair enough. So I went away, you know, I wasn't sure. Anyway, the second day was brilliant. I learnt a lot, and my questions got all answered about organic, and it's all right. There's just a microlight flying over there, and yeah, I'm quite positive they want me anyway. They explained that fruit and flowers, and they've got no concerns about that. So, because my carers project, community gardens, is going to be part of my 30 hours what I need to put in for the master gardeners. So that's all great. I was going to say something. I've forgotten what it was now. It'll come to me in a minute. Yeah, we've got a lot to think about as far as that goes, the project. It's going to be busy. The other thing, oh, that was it, to do with flowers. So it's kind of opened up my eyes, because I think flowers there should be a fight to encourage more flowers growing in gardens. I don't think they're encouraged enough. You know, so I'm wondering whether maybe there's some line that could follow with that to try and encourage people. So I'm going to have a good think about that. Maybe incorporate into the Leicestershire Gardening Network. We'll see. Because yeah, it's a bit of homework for you folks. If you're in the UK, just have a walk around your area and just see how many gardens look colourful. Well, that's maybe the wrong terminology for this time of year, but look as though they've got an active planting, you know, going on, either in tubs or in the soil. I'd be interested to know from you, because in my area, there's not that many pretty front gardens. There might be at the back, but front gardens seem to be neglected. And I know everyone's short of time and what have you, and I know this year I've suffered a bit with my front. But it's not like it year after year after year, you know. I walk the dog, and I've walked around with my dad, and, you know, we've been around the streets tens of thousands of times, and then there's never any difference. And I think that it should be encouraged more. I think maybe a lot of these folk don't know how to grow flowers from seeds and that. They think it's just, you know, you just got to go and buy tubs and trays and everything from the garden centre, but it's not the case. Yeah, fair enough, there are some tricky flowers to grow, and they can, if you're unlucky enough to try and grow those seeds first off, you'd probably be put off for life for sowing. But you know, you need to know these things, and I think a lot of people don't. So maybe that's another avenue to follow. Brain's all working, folks. It's all well. I wouldn't say it's all working. There's a serious lack of sleep, but at least I did get a few hours last night, which is more than the last few nights. And I probably won't get a lot the next week with the fireworks and the dog. But anyway, that's it. So what have I been doing today then, folks? I've cleaned out the hens, the actual enclosure. I've scraped it all out with a rake, and I've put it onto the compost heap. And that will keep, to some extent, it will keep some of the warmth into that heap, and encourage more decay underneath. That was another thing we learnt about the importance of getting the heat up in a compost bin. I mean, I don't know whether for those of you who are maybe never gardened before or new to it, I mean, I'm a novice on compost, making compost, and that. It's something I've never really pursued. It's something I'm going to have to in the future. But it was interesting to hear about the heat, and if you put weeds like couch grass, we call it twitch here in Leicestershire, or bindweed, all the nasty things, if you put those into your compost heap, a normal compost heap, it's unlikely that the temperature is going to reach high enough to kill those off. And believe it or not, those plants can stay dormant in that compost heap for up to 10 years. How about that, folks? That's something I learned. Didn't realise it was that long. So the seeds and everything like that, it's quite an eye-opener. So apparently there is special compost bins, and I know Sean has looked into this, and we've seen one of his bins what he got provided with. So folks, if you're out there, if you run a compost bin manufacturers, we'd love to get some samples from you for the community project. Okay, right, I've had enough babbling on. I'm gonna just finish, well, let me just show you what I've been doing before I clear off to Nigel's, and then we'll probably be back in a little while. What I've basically been doing is weeding these strawberry beds. Let's just bring the... So it's a matter of weeding and cutting them all back. Now, let's see, this bed here, these have all been cut back twice, at least twice this season already. And they've grown back. We've got strawberries on them. Let me just show you. I'll take you off the tripod. They've got little strawberries all over the place. They're all hiding away. We've got flowers. We can see them more on here. Look, little strawberries here. There's loads. They're all hiding under there. These are all fruited this year, and by rights they shouldn't have fruited again. That's just how the weather's been. It's the 30th of November. October, sorry. What's that? Is that Halloween? I think it's Halloween, I don't know. But yeah, it's gone mad. And if I just take you to have a quick peep at these beds, and again, these have already been cut back, I think 3 times this year. And you can see there's flowers everywhere. We've got little strawberries down here. I've actually eaten a couple of red ones recently, and up the top end of the allotments where they get a lot more sun and that, they've had loads of ripe strawberries. But look at them, just look at those. I mean, let me put my finger, it's alright, I'm in an awkward place here. There's my finger. You can see it's 2.5 times the thickness of my finger. It's just amazing. So whether they'll come to anything, I just do not know. To be honest with you, I put these all in here because I had a surplus. And I didn't really expect anything of them, because of the positioning. The sun is actually is over on that side of the tunnel. It rises over there and it sets over there, and so this part gets no light in the afternoon, no sunshine. The sunshine is in the morning. So I did know this when I put them in, and I wanted to see what the results would be, whether I'd get strawberries off them. Now this year I can confirm I did get strawberries off them, but they weren't great. Now I'm going to leave them here again until next season, just to see whether there's any difference. If it's poor, then these will be all coming up. I'll take some of the runners off some of them, but the other plants will be composted. And then what I'll basically do is probably use these beds for flowers. I'll probably have them as flower beds and grow flowers which are okay in a shaded area. Okay folks, that's it then. That's my little chat from the allotment. Oh folks, just look. I nearly forgot to show you. I never got round to clearing this yet, but just look at the cosmos. Aren't they beautiful? And the dahlias, the bishop's children, dahlias. That's what these with the darker leaves are. So, okay, it was pretty poor earlier on in the season, but we've still got flowers now, and we've even got some poppies down there. I think the poppy. No, I don't know what they. No, they're probably not poppies. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they are poppies, I think. Yeah, so this will be another job for another day. Get this tidied up. But I thought I might as well leave them to flower as long as possible because it's really nice to see a bit of colour in the plot. You can see we've got a pink dahlia down there, and we've still got Californian poppies. Later, rather late than never. And again, you can see we've got down here, see these? These are the baby ones, and these will probably survive the whole winter if it's not too cold, and they'll grow into plants like these for next season. So when I weed this and that, I'm going to leave 1 or 2 in. You can see there's already lots of self-setting seeds. It's very hard at this stage to tell what they are, except for things like this. Just here, that's the same as that. It's a Californian poppy. So there are already ones coming through for next year. So I need to be very careful when I go through these beds. Yeah, it's nice. With it being a good autumn so far, it means that hopefully the winter's not going to seem so long. However, this year it's probably, with so many things on the go for me, it probably won't feel that long until spring. Let's hope so anyway. You can see I've still got some carrots in here, folks. Not even, they've been eaten. They've been eaten. So we have a little peep. Oh, look at that. Look at that, folks. Off 1 carrot. Hey? Now this is just normal topsoil what got delivered from I'll just put that down there. We might as well take these all up. There we are. Well, they got the soil came from one of the farmers. He'd used it from, he'd got it from, he was doing a job for the look at that. I think it, what was it, golf course, I think. Oh, we might as well take these up. There we are. I think we'll give those to Nigel and Alison. Okay folks, that's it for now. I'm going to say goodbye. Thank you again for watching and for all the new support, and don't forget we are taking donations. I'll put a link in the description, and I've revised the GoFundMe site for what we're doing now that we know we've got this project on the go. And there's also a link for donations on my YouTube header. On the top right you'll see a link. It's a bit hard to see, but it's about I think it says fund me or some and that's just for general funding, you know, for our all the little things what we're doing. That so separate from the GoFundMe. Okay then, thanks for watching.